Hi, I'm Paige, and for this year review, I've decided to speak about 1917 since it was the year that the United States formally entered the First World War. The reason I think this year is significant is because art is often very influenced by distress, and many great ideas are persuaded by national and world events. And I'm going to begin with the United States entering World War I. On April 6th of 1917, the U.S. declared war on Germany, which formally involved them in World War I after President Woodrow Wilson had declared neutrality in the war when it had begun in 1914. This declaration of war shortly followed the U.S. breaking diplomatic ties with Germany after British help with decoding the Zimmermann telegram, which was between Germany and Mexico, stating that Germany would help Mexico gain back Texas, Arizona, and New Mexico. An example of one of those artistic movements is Dada, and in 1917, Marcel Duchamp released The Fountain, which is this you're seeing right now, and it was a ready-made piece of a urinal. Duchamp was an innovative artist of the time for Cubism, Dada, and Expressionism, and I believe that World War I, causing great international distress, was very heavily responsible for many of the art movements of this time, including Dada and the use of ready-made pieces, which sparked the introduction of unconventional art like this under the title of modern art. 1917 was also the year that Keds launched the first rubber-soled sneaker, which was popular throughout the 20th century and of course is a design that is still used today. This is a more accessible multi-use shoe used for many types of work and was worn by both men and women. Now, this was the same year that the book The Job by Sinclair Lewis was published, and it was chronicling the life of a working woman. The book itself served as a catalyst for women's rights, and specifically working women's rights. 2 years before the end of World War I, and 3 years before the start of the Roaring Twenties, the world was persuaded by current events to enact change, which catapulted multiple art movements like Cubism, Dada, and Expressionism that continued into the 20th century. The beginning of a new working-class women's rights movement created a space for women to be recognized in the art world in the 20th century, as well as other fields of work.